What is the best setup for the bird's opening? Have you ever wondered what the best setup is for the bird's opening in chess? This opening starts with the move one pawn to f4, which is different from the more common central pawn pushes. The aim here is to control the e5 square and create an aggressive and flexible game. Let's break down how to set up effectively with this opening. First, controlling the center is key. Since the bird's opening begins with one pawn to f4, immediate central control is not as strong as with one pawn to e4 or one pawn to d4. Therefore, it is essential to focus on the e5 square to limit black's counterplay. Moves like knight to f3 and pawn to d3 are great for supporting this control. Next, consider fianchettoing the kingside bishop. A strong plan is to play pawn to g3 followed by bishop to g2. This setup not only supports the center but also applies long-range pressure on the central and queenside dark squares. Additionally, it helps keep your king safe after castling kingside. Now let's talk about knight development. Placing one knight on f3 is standard practice. This move helps control the center and supports the e5 square. The second knight can go to either d2 or c3, depending on how black responds. After developing your pieces, it is typically a good idea to castle kingside. This move ensures your king's safety and connects your rooks, allowing for better coordination in your game. Another important aspect is having a flexible pawn structure and plans. You can adjust your strategy based on how black plays. For instance, if black plays pawn to c6 and pawn to d5, you might want to consider a stonewall Dutch formation. This involves placing your pawns on d4, e3, and f4, which supports a strong central presence and prepares for a kingside attack. Speaking of attacks, the bird's opening often leads to exciting chances on the kingside. You can prepare pawn storms with moves like h3, g4, and sometimes g5 to challenge black's kingside structure. This setup allows for straightforward attacking ideas without creating strategic weaknesses. Lastly, avoid placing your pieces on passive squares. The best setups for the bird's opening actively develop pieces. For example, the dark-squared bishop should be developed via fianchetto, while knights should be positioned to influence the center and kingside effectively. In summary, the best setup for the bird's opening includes playing one pawn to f4, developing the knight to f3, fianchettoing the bishop with g3 and bg2, and castling kingside. Support the center with d3 and adjust based on black's moves. Prepare flexible attacking plans on the kingside while avoiding passive piece placements. This approach will help you maintain solid piece activity and create exciting attacking opportunities in your games.